Hi there, this is the other junk journal that I did. The last video was a flip through of a chest journal that I did for a friend of mine, and I made one for his wife as well. So that they don't really match, but they have some like similar elements going on. And I thought I would do a flip through of this one. This was just some like scrapbooking paper I got down at like Michael's or somewhere, but it was so pretty and I loved it so much that I thought I would use it. The spine, that's lace and it's starting to fray. I love that, how it gets all frayed and old looking. This cover is made out of a manila file folder that I made into a cover, and it has this I got down at the dollar store with like a real pearl, and I thought it was really pretty. And it's got the same paper on the back. Real neat stuff. I made a tie closure for this one. So we're going to open it up. Dun, 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 dun. And on the inside, it has a different scrapbooking paper. The theme of this journal is purple and gold, with a little bit of pink, a little bit of black, a little bit of white. Most of the pages are either tea stained with like a red tea that actually stained them a really pretty gold color, or they're made with they're Kool-Aid dyed with Kool-Aid, and it has a really neat effect that I really love. This page came from a journal that I got down at the thrift store. Sticker, and it's a place for a photo on the inside. Little half pages. I love the little half pages so much. Lace and another little sticker. And this is the first of the purple dyed pages. We'll see some of those a little better later on. This was actually some wrapping paper that I got that I thought was really neat, and it didn't strike me as at all Christmassy, even though it was in with the Christmas wrapping paper. But it's gold and neat, so I included it in here. Receipts, so she can journal on them or write somebody a receipt if she ever needs to write somebody a receipt. I folded this out of a book page and attached it with washi paper, and little note cards, little business cards that I got from down at the thrift store, so she can journal on those if she wants to. This is a tea-stained page with a doily stenciled around it. We'll see that a little better in a minute on the back side. And this was a paper bag that it like opens out. H for Hong Hong, because that's her name. And this is some ribbon I got from the dollar store and a little sticker. And as you can see a little bit better on the back, it was stenciled in with a doily and some, that's actually Kool-Aid with, it's Kool-Aid and alcohol. And I used a makeup sponge to sponge it on. I love the stationery that I got down at the thrift store. Here we have a little tuck space and a little bit of ephemera that she can write on if she wants to. Little butterfly and some stickers, and these are all tuck spaces right here. This was my attempt at distressing the edges. I don't think I've quite gotten the hang of it yet, but I'll get there. And little stamps, little tulip stamps out of the edges. And here you can see the paper, like all the different colors in it and everything. Some accounting paper that I thought was cool. Bits of stationery and stickers. Some lace on the edges. More stickers and places to journal. I really like this page because it's green. It's got the green on the edge. It's very cool. Another little half page. This one is decorative, but I thought it was really cool. It's a hot air balloon and some houses. It's made out of cardstock. Just something neat to look at. Stamp. And this is made, it was some like junk paper that I got a whole stack of down at the thrift store, and it came with some of this clear paper, so I folded it into a little like tuck spot, and this comes out and she can journal on the back of it if she wants to, but it was so pretty that I wanted it to be displayed, so I stuck it in the clear one. This was actually a test page that I did I was testing to see if I could stamp with a doily. And I could, and it turned out so neat. And I was also testing this flower stamp here, but the paper turned out so pretty that I decided to use it too, because it's so neat. I got a bunch of these from the thrift store for like $1. It was a whole stack of them. It's just cards. And I love this page, like the look of it. And this is a belly band made out of lace. And it's got the clock with the music coming off of it. Like the clock is making music. And it also looks like a little like blue ribbon type thing. So I thought that was really neat. Little flags at the top. These are actually made out of gold wrapping paper that I found at the thrift store that was just so pretty. I loved it. That gold wrapping paper is what made me decide that this journal was going to be purple and gold, because it's so pretty. And the middle of my signatures, this one has 2 signatures. The middle of my signatures are adult coloring book pages. We have another little banner here and a little side band with little note cards stuck in. And I love these purple pages. They turned out so pretty, and they actually smell very faintly of like grape Kool-Aid. So added bonus, I guess. A bit of stationery that I had, and this is part of a paper bag. You see I've stamped it here, and I've stamped it here, but it also opens up so you can like hide little things in there. Be real neat. This is the other half of the test page I was telling you about, and the other half of the clear page with a little thing for writing maybe a list or something like that. Maybe a wish list. This is another decorative page. It's a little mailbox, and I made like little clouds and even a little fence, but it's somewhat, here we go, it's somewhat functional in that it actually has little cards in it. I thought those were really neat. I made the stamps for these, for this little tag. A little tuck space over here with a sticker. Another one of my little half pages that I love so much. A little sticker. This is a belly band with a sticker on it, and this is actually an altered index card that I got in a swap. It's very, very cute with the little girl on it, and it's very well done. And I wanted to include it in here because it went with theme and all. More stickers. This is actually a textured sticker. It pops up, which I think is particularly neat. Another belly band with a butterfly on it and the stamping up the edge. And this is another one of those cards that I got. And this one is made out of ribbon instead of lace, but I think it's really, really pretty. That page turned out really well. I'm really proud of that one. These were just stamped with a regular pencil eraser. Waste not, want not, right? And I got this tag in an exchange, and it's so pretty and it's purple, so I stuck it in there. This I got down at the dollar store. It's a little doop-doop guy. And this page didn't have anything on it, so I thought I would include it. The Daisy stationery that I love so much. These are 2 envelopes, and I stuck the little bows on it. But the interesting thing about this is the ampersands, they're different ampersands from different sets. And they don't have anything in them, but she's welcome to tuck little things inside of there if she wants to. This is that wrapping paper again, that gold wrapping paper. It's got like butterflies and flowers on it. It's so pretty and I love it. Another tag that I got in an exchange. Little birdies. This is a like found poetry altered book page about ghosts. I thought that was really neat. You just mark everything out except the poem that you want to be on there. And so I thought that was pretty cool. I love this page here because it turned like a slightly pinker purple than the rest of the pages. And I thought it was really neat, so I wanted to like showcase it. This was actually a piece of junk mail that I got, and it like said on there, hey, you can color on this. And I was like, you can. So I'm going to cut it out and make it a little tuck spot. And I made a little notebook to go in there too, out of paper and a bit of paper bag to stick in there. They're super easy to make. And more cutouts on the edge. This is suns this time, and I thought it was really neat. I love the belly bands, and I had this really wide gold ribbon, so I thought it would be cool with the little thing in there. Very neat. And that's the end of the first signature, and this starts the second one. These were just punches that I punched out, and I love this paper so much. It's so cool, and I wanted it to be like really showcased. That's just punches and cardstock, and I cut out a little moon to make the clouds. Half paper. It's kind of hard to tell, but this one has a little cup of coffee in there. It's very neat. Stamp on the tea-stained page. This was some cardstock that I got like down at Michael's or wherever, with a bit of paper that I stuck in there for journaling purposes. This was another one of those clear plastic pages, and I folded it into an envelope, and I punched out a bunch of star-shaped confetti. So she's always ready for a party. Always ready for a celebration. This one is the companion of one I did in the other journal that I made. His was a message in a bottle on the sea, and hers is a little teacup. So you take this and you tie some emergency money in it, and you stick it down in the teacup, because the teacup's a little tuck space. It's on like a little table with a little decoration on top. And it's even got a little tag with this punch out on it. Thought that was neat. Here we have the little tuck spaces over here. This is a doily, and it wraps all the way around the page with a little flower in the middle. And this is, you know, a little grass type thing cut out of a paper bag. Little birdie again. I love the corner stamps. Stamp. And it really, you know, shows off the pages. Another little side tuck space with a bit of ephemera to go in there. A music page. This has the lace at the top, which I think is really neat. And a little card that I stuck in there. And I left it jagged for extra interest. And we have the stickers. And this is just some cardstock that I made into a tuck space. And the other journal, he had a little tiny cross-stitched hedgehog. But for hers, I wanted to do a big hedgehog. And this is just, you know, cut out of a paper bag. And it's a tuck space. So anything that she puts in there will look like the hedgehog has it in her mouth, which I think is really neat. And if you remember from over here, we had the doily and then the test page, right? Well, the doily itself ended up really pink, so I took it and cut it into quarters, and two of them I made into little tuck spaces here. This is a wine label from a wine kit that we did. This was our own wine label. And I picked that out because I thought it went with a Riesling because they're all golden in color. And I just put it on a piece of paper and made it into a little tuck space. Middle of the signature again. So we have the adult coloring book pages. Tickets, which I think are cool. In a little tuck space. And this is real lace. This is actually the same lace that's on the spine of the journal. And I picked up some of these tags from down at the dollar store. They're very cool, and you can journal on the back of them. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Another little side band here. I love the little side bands with a little card and a little sticker. And she can journal on the page itself or on the little card. This was actually a tissue paper that I Mod Podged onto the page. And I love that from this page over here, this is actually overlapping so you can see it. It pokes up from the end. And that was a little stamp thing that I did that I included on there because I thought it was really cool. Another tag from down at the dollar store. The other half of the music page. And this, see, this is a very interesting page. It's got the little place for a list or maybe a small poem or something like that. Big tuck space here with another one of the little cards. Like I said, one of the side themes is black and white. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I have to include that. Little sticker. These are the other 2 quarters of the doily that I used. And this is another wine label, but this is not our own wine. This is just the guy at the wine kit gave me a bunch of labels, so I decided to use this one because it's purple on tan. I was like, it goes so well. And we have, this is actually the same lace that I used over here for the tie closure. And then we have an envelope. It doesn't have anything in it, but it does open up. So she can like stick a love letter from her husband in there or something. And she can write on the back too. Bit of lace. This is a tuck space, but it doesn't have anything tucked in it. This was not a stamp, or a punch. I actually cut that out myself. That was surprisingly hard to do. These were in my neighbor's garden, and she let me pick them and press them, and then I Mod Podged them on here. They're a little delicate, but nothing too crazy. Stamp. I love the little stamps. This is a page on a paper bag. So she can just stick anything she wants in there, and it's got little stickers on it, and she can write on the front of it if she wants to. Another little half page, and the stationery that I like so much. I really like this stamp a lot, and I made a bunch of them and ended up including a bunch of them in here. I just think that's really neat. And last page, this is ribbon and a little flower stamp. And then you can see again the inside. And we close it back up and tie it, and it's got, as you can see, tons of space for her to stick anything in the world she wants in there, just about. There's tons of room for this whole thing to expand. And that is the junk journal for my friend's wife. Hope you guys enjoyed.